which is the horror story of people of the far right turning up outside an asylum seekers hotel, attacking it, even trying, in some cases, to burn them down. What has happened to our humanity that somehow or other, this illogical thinking, that these people who are fleeing often from war, violence, environmental disaster and human rights abuses, some of which we have been involved in Afghanistan and Iraq, are somehow or other the cause of these problems. Insufficient investment in all the services I've mentioned, low wages, which I've mentioned, poverty I've mentioned, are not caused by those people. Caused by a taxation system that rewards the wealthy, allows the rich to become super rich, allows the super rich to become planetary billionaires, and at the same time the rest of the population has to endure worse and worse services and a worse and worse quality of life as a result of it. What we need is transformation politics that brings people together rather than divides them apart. And that means we stand up against the racists in any form in our society. The horrible event that happened at the synagogue in Manchester has to be absolutely and totally condemned. There is no place for anti-Semitism in our society of any sort. There is no place for Islamophobia in our society in any form. And so those people that tried to burn down the mosque in East Sussex need to think again. There are millions of us in this country that will not accept or allow any form of racism within our society. Yesterday was the anniversary of the 1936 Cable Street uprising, when the people of East London stood together to oppose the march of the fascists through the East End. Jewish and Irish communities stood together to oppose the march of the fascists. How do I know about that? Because my mum told me about it, because she was there at the time. Remember that sometimes you do have to confront the far right, but just confronting them is not the whole story. There has to be a political narrative of an alternative that brings communities of people together and strengthens our society and does not weaken it. Because we live in a world where there are grotesque examples of wars around the world. People I've met in Calais who had been in Afghanistan during the war. Then the Taliban took over and they suddenly had no friends and no